I've heard these stories about people doing research on their family history, how they get in contact with all these fifth or sixth or seventh cousins all over the world, and they have their get-things-togethers and whatever. Not that I would really be interested in having family meetings. I was still a bit interested whatever happened to these other branches of the family, those that not became me, someone else. The weird thing is that it seems like even if there were 5 or 6 kids in every litter, it's like only one of them survived to reproduce. Maybe 2, but in most cases they're just dead ends. Me, I can actually brag about an ancient family line going back all the way to the Cambrian age, unbroken. Not one single ancestor who didn't survive till reproductive age. And we're talking about 500 million years back. And it's pathetic how some bloodlines just suddenly end, like mine did after myself. But either way, I'm the end and the crown of this line. And I have actually made some research to figure out if there are any third or fourth cousins. Don't seem to be. As for example, Anders Vreder. He did have some brothers. When his parents, Johanna Ersdotter and Per Jansson, married, this was back in 1839. Their daughter was well on her way, and she was born not long after this marriage. She died after some 6 months or something, and they went ahead, didn't give up that easily. And they had this son, Johan Erik. And obviously, Johan is Per's father, as Jan is short form for Johan, Jan. So Jansson means the son of Johan. Erik was from Johannas father or stepfather, Erik Arvidsson. Ersdotter means daughter of Erik. So this first son, Johan Erik, did have some kind of handicap. Unclear what kind, if he was just lying in a bed and or maybe shoulder slightly twisted or one foot backwards. No idea. Really no idea. And it's not really clear if he did live with this family or not, or what happened to him. Some indications towards him getting married, but this may be some other Johan Erik, because you know they all have the same names. Johan Erik Gustav, those royal names, and Carl Fredrik and so on. And then in 1842 there came a man named Anders, this filthy little boy, angry and dark of hair, I guess. And a few years later, I can't remember, I think we're actually into the 1850s, and Johanna being close to 40 years old, some 35 perhaps. Then came this Carl Fredrik, of whom I have some knowledge. It seems as if he doesn't actually live along with the family. Not sure why. But at some 9 or 13 years of age, he seems to have lived in Skinnskatteberg. I don't know if this is a coincidence or if he lived with some of Johanna's father's relatives. And in 1864, Per Jansson dies from malarium. There were a few malarias in this area. They died like flies from malaria before ditching out and draining these marshes. So I guess he was one of the last Swedes dying from malaria. However, he did January of 1864. Later this year, because this didn't bother the young farm worker Anders from leaving Munktorp and going to Kungsör to become a soldier. You know, the same thing happened to his wife, Carolina Grönlund. Her mother, also named Anna Jansdotter, just like Anders' grandmother. So, two Anna Jansdotters in the same neighborhood, different generations, doesn't work in the long run. One of them had to die. And I believe the other Anna was dead by then too. Either way, this meant that good old Joe ended up in some kind of primitive institution for poorlings. But she was saved by this, I've mentioned Gustav Larsson, who married her. And they moved to another farm where they worked until they both died. Or lived, at least, till they died. As with so many people. And it also seems like this Carl Fredrik actually returned to the family in which he hadn't really lived for quite some years. And it was in 1863 or perhaps later, or he moved out again and in again and back and forth. But then there are some records about this guy called Fredrik, of which I intend to speak somewhat more. Fuckhead.